Okay folks, tonight I'm gonna make a special video. I'm gonna make an overview, even a review in a way, of this knife. But before that, I'm gonna ramble a little bit. Yeah, I wanted to make a tribute to some of you guys who, have gave me a lot of support with my video, like Toadstkr. If ever I'm sorry, man, brother, if ever I mispronounce your name, I'm gonna put a link on your channel. You're really nice dude, and thank you very much for your support. A lot of nice guys on YouTube gave me the envy to do this video, and like I said, I'm most I'm doing this mainly to share with you guys, and because I like it, it's growing on me, and whenever I do some video, I kind of like it. I like it to hear myself speaking about knives, and I always like that, and it took me some time to get into it, but now I like it. Thank you also for guys like Nut and Fancy or Jim Skelton. Uh, there might be some controversy with you guys, but you love knives for sure. You are really you are thorough in your reviews, and that also made me want to do those kind of videos. So enough with the thanking, and now we're going to do this overview and a little bit of controversy. Controversy because I love this knife. This is the Zero Tolerance 0600, and here and there I've been hearing some comparison between these knives and the Q36 from R.J. Martin. R.J. Martin is the designer of this knife, period. That is Zero Tolerance 0600, and R.J. Martin just, designed this knife, and it's just written here. So for those of you guys, and I heard you, Jim Skelton, as I said, I love your video, and that is a gentle discussion, just a little bit of controversy, but a gentle discussion. This knife doesn't have to be compared to the Q36 from R.J. Martin. Why would it be? I mean, it is not. It's not even signed here. Only here written the R.J. Martin logo, the R.J. Martin design. Let me give you another example of an R.J. Martin design. Here is the Kershaw shield. Look at that. It's written here. Let me see. R.J. Martin design, just as if it was for the at the same place of the 0600. And look at the price point of this knife. Nowadays it's $19. And would you compare this knife to the Q36? Because look at that, the line is almost the same as the 0600. Yeah, it's quite similar. But would you compare that to the 0600? No, you wouldn't, and you wouldn't compare also to the Q36. Why? Because it would be pointless. It would be stupid, and none of you are stupid. So why comparing this knife to the Q36? Really, that I can't figure. I can figure it. The shield has to be reviewed for its own merits, and the Zero Tolerance 0600 has to be reviewed for its own merits. This is a $19 knife, and it has a CRMOV Chinese steel, some I don't know, whatever it's the handle. So it's $19. Okay, here it's Zero Tolerance. We know that the finish is better. It's a full scales of titanium, carbon fiber inlay, really nice blade steel. So okay, the price point used to be like $400. Nowadays you can find them for 370, 380, something like that. Overall, it's an expensive knife, but what would you expect from Zero Tolerance? These days, they make absolutely great knives, and this knife deserves this price. The R.J. Martin Q36, it's 2 times or 3 times the price of this knife. What would you compare this knife to the Q36? I mean, again, it's only a design. So if it has to be compared to the Q36, why wouldn't you compare, for example, this knife to the XM18 or even here the 24? I mean, I wouldn't dare comparing that. That would be silly. And also, this is a Hinderer design. Nobody ever compared the 560 to the XM18 or the 24 for that matter. Nobody did that, and that's because that's a Hinderer design also. Okay, so but even if we want to push the button further, what is to say about those collaboration where the makers like Neil Blackwood signed the knife with his logo? It's not even a design no more now. This is the Pip Squeak from Boker. Absolutely awesome knife, highly recommended. It is just the same as the Pim Squeak from Neil Blackwood. Really the same. It's not just the design, it's very comparable knife, but even that you wouldn't compare that to this knife. And just another example with this just awesome piece from Boker, which is the Minus. This you could compare actually to the custom one, because this is really something that is just I might do a video about this one because this knife is just insane. You can say a lot of things about Boker, but they hit it really hard with this knife. That's an absolutely awesome knife, flawless knife, just insane. Again, it is signed here by Enzo, but by any means no one would compare that to the real Enzo, even if it's a kind of expensive knife. You wouldn't compare that to the Enzo. And like I said, for this one you should probably, because this is an absolutely awesome knife. I'm gonna make a review definitely about this one. Okay, moving on. So let's go back to this 0600. This is one of my favorite knife. Now it became one of my favorite knife. Again, Jim compared it. Jim, when I say Jim, all the guys who want to compare that flipper to the Q36. I'm sure that the Q36 is better flipper probably. But look at that. It flips like magic. This knife flips like magic. Look, it has to travel a lot to open like that. No wrist action whatsoever. And again, it's just magic in every position. Sorry, okay. No wrist action whatsoever. I don't know how to prove it other than to show you how smooth this knife is, and you have to get it in hand to understand that. It's a hit. And I didn't have the Q36 in hand, but I can assure you that this knife, this blade, is huge and for sure bigger in length than the Q36, and most definitely wider than the Q36. Look how thick this bad boy is. I think it's 5 millimeters. I think I'm not mistaken if I say it's 5 millimeters. And with the blade that long and that thick, being able to flip like that, it's just, for me, it's just insane. Look, just to compare it with the width of the XM24. I mean, it's the XM24, which is a huge knife, is pale in comparison with the 0600. And you know what? Let's go with the Strider, which is supposed to be one of the thickest thickest blade in the market. Look at that. I mean, here it's probably as thick as here, but after that it becomes you know, thinner here and thinner here. Here it's thick all along here. So that's a huge blade, and to be able to flip like that, as smooth as that, and look at how, I mean, that is just absolutely insane. I mean, look at that. Look, you that's crazy. That's crazy. So again, even if the Q36 is sorry, smoother than that, which I understand, I didn't have the chance to taste it. This knife is just awesome. So we are over 10 minutes, my friends. So let's make a quick overview of this knife. That is the full titanium scale. This knife is just probably the thing that is more, I mean, the closest thing to a custom I've ever seen. Everything is perfect except probably the holes here. Again, for a righty or lefty here, I hate that. I hate that it spoils this beautiful inlay, carbon fiber inlay, and that's a shame. But all the rest is just a milled nice titanium. Look at how well it's done. Look at this clip that makes for a fairly deep carry in the pocket. You know, you have that out of the pocket. You know, everything is just perfect. Blade centering is dead center here. No blade play whatsoever. I mean, no wiggling, nothing here. It is rock solid. The guard for the finger is great. The grip is just secure. You have a lot of real estate down. The ramp makes for a very secure grip. Again, over 4-inch blade. Again, it's a huge knife, great knife. Really, it's still a very expensive knife. But if ever you have the chance to get one of these, I mean, it's better to buy one of these than to buy, you know, 4 or 5 other production knife. For sure, it's better to invest in a knife like that. That will, I mean, you can keep this knife for your life, and this knife will follow me. You know, it will have a lot of pocket time and it will follow me. I don't see myself selling this knife, you know, anytime soon. So yeah, that will be probably the end of this video. My point again was to discuss about those great collaboration, and we will have more and more of these to come. Rick Hinderer decided to go with the ZT, you know, for a lot of new knives. Also Todd Rexford. There will be a lot of these. The thing is that they're still gonna be production knives, and they're still gonna be only collaboration with great knife makers. So there will be again the production, the mid-techs, and the customs, and you don't want to mix those things. RJ Martin makes just awesome custom knives, and it will help also any one of us to be able to enjoy his designs, whether it is for the purses that can afford only to pay, you know, $19, $20 for a knife, and I can understand that. You will be able to enjoy an RJ Martin design. For those of you who can afford $350, $400, you will be able to enjoy the ZT, or else others will come. And for those of you